For most of us, well, summer holidays are over. Without much for summer, really, in many parts of the country. But United Future leader Peter Dunne wants to change all that, launching a petition to find out what you think about moving the summer holidays later. He thinks we should shift the summer holidays till when the weather's better, settled, warmer, calmer, saner, more rational and more reliable. It's not a new idea. In fact, Peter Dunne's been banging on about it for years, but he thinks it's going to gain traction now.
What I've done today is launch an e-petition to basically assess the public mood on the subject and see whether we can take it further.
OK, and when you say take it further, if you had your way, what would you do?
What I'd like to see happen is us consider shifting the official holiday period probably to mid-February to mid-March. So what that would mean would be a shorter holiday period, Christmas, New Year, probably a week. People come back to work or school for about 6 weeks, and then we have the official holiday period beginning. Because that period, February to March, is when the weather is traditionally more settled. It's traditionally when people who haven't got ties take their holidays because they say it's the best time of the year to go. All I'm saying is let's give everyone that opportunity.
OK, what would that do to the school year, and particularly the kind of exams people are sitting in secondary school?
I don't think it would have a significant impact because the key to them is the number of days per year. So what you would do is start the school year probably after the March period, and that would run through until the February period the following year. So they could easily fit in their number of days. They might need to rejig term times and rejig the exam timetable around it.
When would they be sitting the exams? I mean,
well,
does
they
that
could
mean
probably still be doing them in the period they do now, maybe a couple of weeks later. But that's a detail that can be resolved. The important thing would be they would still get the same number of days per year. And as I say, the thought you get from teachers and kids about being stuck in hot, stuffy classrooms in February and March would go away.
OK. I mean, theoretically it sounds great, but actually practically there's a hell of a lot attached to this, isn't there? For example, business is built around the huge spend up that takes place with the combination of summer vacations and Christmas. I guess you would say that revenue would be split. The school year is built around everything ending prior to Christmas with the exams in that kind of November window. And so isn't this a lot easier said than done?
Look, there are going to be issues. I think what you'd need to do is have a phase-in period. You couldn't have the schools moving this year and business moving next year, for example. It would all have to occur at the same time. But I don't think in terms of the Christmas spend, I don't think that would have a significant impact. People would still celebrate Christmas the way they do now. There might be a little later surge in terms of the pre-holiday period, but that would just simply be delaying what occurs now. As I say, with the schools, it's a matter of rejigging their timetable. I've been struck by the number of principals that I've seen online saying this is a great idea, let's go for it. So I don't think they see that as insurmountable problems. You'd need to make sure that government agencies align their programs, that the private sector in terms of general leave patterns align their environments as well, so that everyone was on the same page. But with a good lead-in time and proper discussion, none of those problems are insurmountable.
So we have holidays February, March. Then, of course, there's Easter and April. The country will be in a coma for about 2 months.
Well, Easter sort of varies depending on the year. Sometimes Easter might actually just fit right on the end of that period. Other times it might be a bit later. But again, look, this is an adjustment problem. I don't think any of these things are sort of insurmountable obstacles to making a change if that's what the public will is. And I think the important thing now is to test it and to see if there's strong support for it. We had similar sorts of arguments, for instance, when daylight saving was first proposed. Now we have daylight saving for 6 months of the year and no one bats an eyelid. So, again, it's an adjustment issue.
Peter Dunne, he says he wants to test it. What do you think? Text us 2101. Would you like to move the holidays later?